What is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Gersall. Welcome back to another video. Today, Nick No Sports episode 14 is live, and we have some things to talk about here today. Not too many things, but just two things, Toronto related. It's been a very weak sports, I guess, filled summer, but the fall is coming, and boy oh boy, we have a lot of stuff to talk about in the fall and October, so get ready. But until then, let's discuss what we have on our table right now. Alright, so I'm wearing the Maple Leafs jersey probably for the first time in a month because we haven't talked about the Leafs in a month. But of course, it's all about Mitch Marner and his 3 possible trade destinations. So, Mitch Marner has 3 possible trade destinations. 3 of them are the ones I don't like. So, the first one is Nashville Predators for Victor Arvidsson, and Craig Smith could be included in that trade. The next one is the Minnesota Wild, and it was for Matt Dumba, who is a top 4 defenseman and could come in really big hand for the Maple Leafs if Tyson Barrie doesn't stay next season. And last but not least, the Winnipeg Jets for Kyle Connor. The only one I'd really be interested in is Winnipeg because Kyle Connor is a pretty good young player. Is he Mitch Marner worthy though? Not a chance. There's no way that Victor Arvidsson is as good as Mitch Marner. He's a $4.5 million player. So, Mitch Marner's in the 10s, okay? So, I know the Leafs are going to say that they still got Victor Arvidsson out of the trade, but, you gave away Mitch Marner, okay? So, that's not a good trade. Matt Dumba may be the most realistic trade for the Maple Leafs, but I know they won't go through with this one because Matt Dumba is just a top 4 defenseman who is really good, but I do feel they could convince Tyson Barrie next season to play for a little bit less on Toronto. Give or take William Nylander's season, or give or take a couple players' seasons next year. So we'll have to see about that one. And then Kyle Connor. Honestly, he's a great player, but, he's as good as William Nylander. So, he's not a Mitch Marner trade caliber player. What I would suggest is the Maple Leafs looking at either players like Sebastian Aho, like Braden Point. Those type of players are Mitch Marner caliber. That is what is going to get trade worthy. If you go to Carolina and say, I want to give you Mitch Marner for Sebastian Aho, there's a chance they may say yes there, but there's also a chance they'll say no, just because of how good Carolina believes Aho is. And I believe Aho is a really good player too, which is why I would want him. And a lot of teams want Mitch Marner as well. So, I feel like that's an even trade instead of Victor Arvidsson for Mitch Marner, which is like, why are you giving us Victor Arvidsson? He didn't score nearly as many goals or have as many points as Marner did last season, so why would we want him? Last but not least, as always, we have TFC here. Now, Toronto FC last time beat Montreal Impact 2-1, but what will they do against a New England Revolution team who is hot as they come, just like Toronto FC? We're going to have to find out in 3, 2, 1. Alright, Toronto FC versus New England Revolution on August 31st, 2019. This was a huge game at the Patriots Stadium, known as Gillette Stadium. So this is a huge game for TFC and New England. Both teams separated by a point. Richard Larea taking an opportunity here to try and grab one for TFC, but it is blocked by New England Revolution. Really good block by the defender there, but Richard Larea didn't give up on the play. He eventually came down to a second shot, which was also gobbled up by the goalkeeper. Really good keeping from New England Revolution, and I gotta say, he's looking like a very decent keeper to start the season. And to end the season, he has had amazing stats for New England. They got a good keeper in the back of the net. Can TFC pot one in the back of the net here? Missing the header is Nicholas Benezet. He was so close. He hasn't had that moment where he's really broke out of something. Look out. Quentin Westberg comes out of his net, almost leaving an empty net for the New England attacker to strike. But he gets the most luckiest draw out of that. And the New England player misses the net. To start the second half, TFC would have to score here. They know how they need to play for the rest of the game. Michael Bradley kicking this one off. We're about 50 minutes into the play. Can TFC strike? It was an amazing shot coming off the boot of Marky Delgado. But another save by the keeper. Unbelievable keeping he's had today. He's made some saves that really put me in awe there. Really good chance for New England here. Stopped by Quentin Westberg. None of these keepers want to give up any opportunities for the other team to strike. This is a huge game. They knew what was at stake, and they knew they needed to make these big saves for their clubs. TFC looking to find a goal, but New England gets the ball in a turnover. Stopped by Westberg. Another save. That's one of his many of the night. And TFC looking to grab something here. Maybe on the counter attack. It is Nick DeLeon on the right side. He came off. And now look at this. Great play off the shoulder of the keeper of New England, Nicholas Benezet, just before he comes off. And it is a 1-0 contest for Toronto FC. They were looking for that goal for a while. They had the pressure. They had everything they needed to score that goal. And the luck was on their side on that moment right there. Nick DeLeon threading that ball through. That comes off the foot of Marky Delgado, off the shoulder of the keeper, and right into the back of the goal off the head of Nicholas Benezet. Really nice touch by the player, and a nice celebration as well. But New England said no. They said they were not going to lose this game. New England forcing all their attack, taking a little deke here. The shot comes on, and Westberg, one of the harshest things to see as a Toronto fan, was the New England Revolution scoring that goal to tie it up, but it didn't come with an amazing strike. It was a bit of luck. Westberg has this ball hit the end of his arms, and unfortunately, Quentin Westberg not able to catch the entire ball. Toronto unable to grab a goal after that would change the game, as TFC would end up drawing New England Revolution when the win was in their sight, 1-1, final time, and both teams would grab a point that would put them higher in the standings. All right, so TFC, they did take some things out of this. One, they're never going to do that again. Okay, they had a really They had a really good game, and I believe there was something there for TFC. You know, they had the win. They had it in their hands. And Westberg, unable to capture that ball off his arm. It sneaks right under his elbows and goes right into the back of the net. Probably one he should have had, but he was unable to capture the ball. So it resulted in a tie. The only good thing to come out of this is New England is one of the 4 teams that are in a playoff spot. So we tied a team that is in a playoff spot out of our last 7 games. We have 6 games left to go. 3 of those games are against playoff teams. 3 of them are not. So what is at stake here is a chance for TFC to really capitalize. They have a game against LAFC. All right, you give or take that you have a chance to lose there. There's a big chance that you won't win that one. So, you know, you got to give one to win one. So they'll probably lose that one. Then they have New York City FC. There's a good chance they will win that game. And then they have a couple of other teams that are not so great, like the Cincinnati. I actually forget. I was going to say the Cincinnati Reds. I apologize. It's Cincinnati FC. They have that team. Then they have Columbus Crew and the Colorado Rapids. So those 3 teams not in a playoff spot, but TFC need to get a couple wins here in order to make the playoffs. As it stands now, Montreal Impact lost last night to DC United, so that put TFC in 7th place for now, and New England bumped up to 6th because DC United went above and beyond last night against Montreal Impact. So they jumped over the Red Bulls, and the standings are looking pretty good for TFC until next week when they verse Cincinnati FC and have a huge opportunity to get 3 points to put them ahead of the New York Red Bulls or the Revolution, who they have games in hand of. All right, that is all I have to say for today. I had a lot to get off my chest, so I got to say in this video. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more of these amazing videos, why don't you subscribe to my channel? It's pretty easy. Just hit that subscribe button. And please share this video with your friends and family by hitting the share button below and selecting your platform of many choices provided by YouTube. That is all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.